Happy Tuesday, T Squad. It's your girl Keisha, aka Color Me Pynk, and I'm here with this week's All Tea, All Shade, Love and Hip Hop Miami Season 5, Episode 3. Want to let you guys know that this Saturday, I will be releasing my first nostalgic T Story video in quite some time, and this is one you do not want to miss, okay? This episode will be about the mind games that Denzel Washington played with Columbus Short and other black men in Hollywood. You do not want to miss this. It is filled with juicy hot tea, okay? You will be shocked and stunned at the stories that you will hear in this video, okay? You do not want to miss this. I'm telling y'all, make sure you tune in. The video will be dropping this Saturday at 6 p.m. Central Time. I will be in the chat room. I want to talk about all of this juiciness with you guys. So make sure you tune in. Make sure you like it. And make sure that you share it with everyone. I really want to run these numbers up. Okay? And I will be bringing back my effing with a purpose videos. For all the old school T Squad members, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I think I'm going to do some throwback Thursday and flashback Fridays for the newcomers that really don't know what the nostalgic T stories and effing with a purpose videos are all about. So be on the lookout for those as well. But let's get in to last night's episode of Love and Hip Hop Miami. So in the beginning of the episode, they do a disclaimer letting us know that everything was filmed before Gunplay's recent arrest events with his child's mother, his wife. So Florence is back, and her mama don't think that she should get a divorce, even though her husband had cheated on her numerous times with numerous women and also had a child that she knew nothing about and had an affair with her sister. But the mama feel like she shouldn't get a divorce because the mama loves Marlon and he's a great father. Well, mama, you marry him then because you sound like a goddamn gone fool. Now, I understand in their culture, you know, you're not supposed to get a divorce. But girl, some things need to be negated because that sounds absolutely ridiculous, okay? Absolutely foolish. And I would have just been like, mama, go home. I would have told her to get out my house talking crazy like that. So we then see Florence sit down and have dinner with her kids. And she asked them, do they want to go to the movies? And one of them was like, I want to watch the movie with my daddy or whatever. And so she feels like Marlon is always the hero. He's always super loved. And she's always the bad guy, no matter what happens. So she ends up telling, I think that was her sister, that she's dating someone, but she's not ready to say who that person is quite yet. So the sister was like, okay, girl, you know, handle your scandal. When you ready to tell me, I'm here, you know, not a big deal. All right. So then we go to Vonshae, Gunplay's wife, who is stressing about how they're going to pay for any upcoming surgeries that their daughter might have. Osina, I think that's her name. And her possibly not being able to pay for her schooling because, you know, she's in school now to get another degree. And he was like, don't worry about it. Like, I got money. Ain't like we broke, you know what I'm saying? But the medical bills and things are just piling up. And she has tuition and everything else. So I can understand the stress that she's going through. But at some point, you just got to hand it over to God, do what you can do, and then just let everything else fall into place. Gunplay states that he will work on it. They gonna make it work. She begins to cry, and then he brings up the DJ Envy situation and how DJ Envy brought him into the beef that he was having with Rick Ross. And he brought up on the Breakfast Club how he was like, shout out to Gunplay, you know, we talked about your daughter's, you know, heart surgery and how you put up a GoFundMe and we were telling people to participate. But I guess he brought up the fact that, you know, people were alleging that they used the funds for their own personal needs instead of for their daughter. And so DJ Envy and him started going back and forth on social media. It was a whole big old thing. Ray J invites Trick, Daddy, Safari, and Gunplay to talk about Princess not coming to Miami with him. Like, he don't know what else to do at this point, how to get her down there. And Safari tells him to get Princess there for the weekend and make her not want to leave. Like, pull out all the stops. You know, you just got to do what you got to do to get her there. And actually, Safari gave him some really good advice. Like, just get her down there and then don't let her leave. So Bobby talks to Joy about her hosting gig at this club that she does with Marlon called Magic Mondays or Monday Magic or Midnight Madness. Girl, don't give me a line. So immediately when Marlon names come up, she gets the blushing and he looking like, I know you lying. I know the devil is a lie. What is you doing over here smirking in the hee and a ha and turning pink when Marlon's name come up? Like, what? Are you dumb? In the words of Remy Ma. And so Bobby quickly reminds her that, girl, he slept with his wife's sister. You don't want no parts of that, my love. Like, what is going on here? And so at this point, I'm already looking like either Joy is just hooked on phonics or this is a storyline for the show, because can't nobody be this dumb. This dumb. Like, come on now, bruh. Come on now. So Joy in her confessional time, so I'm definitely spooked about Marlon's relationship with Flo, even though he keeps saying he's getting a divorce. Plus, I'm still legally connected to Trick. Girl, you ain't never getting no divorce. You ain't never getting no divorce because obviously you ain't got the money, which I still don't understand how after all these years you still ain't came up with the money to divorce this man. Like, girl, just stay married to the man forever and just die together because it ain't never happening. But I hope this is a storyline because Joy... Please, girl. Okay. So Flo is at the beach with her friend named Claudia, who she has known for quite some time. They both were married at one point. But she's left her situation. Flo has left hers. Claudia has dated women in the past, but Flo has never. And now they're in a lesbianist relationship. And they look cute together. You know, they look like they could be sisters. I just felt like Claudia had on way too much makeup. Like, girl, we get it. You got your face beat. It's painted for the back rows. No more foundation powder is necessary. Like, Jesus Christ. So Flo ends up mentioning Joy's party and, you know, says, you know, she gonna go. And Claudia was like, you want me to go with you? And she was like, no, you know, I don't really know yet. And Flo says her song with Trina is really opening up doors and getting her in that circle. And she don't really want to mess things up. Plus, she knows that Marlon is going to be there. So that's going to be another added layer. Like, it's just way too much to be debuting my new boo with my soon-to-be ex-husband there. Then the whole world going to know. And it's just going to open up a whole can of worms that she really ain't ready to deal with. And Claudia like, girl... I'm not about to be hidden. Like, I don't do that. Like, I get what you saying, but no, I'm not about to be over here hiding back in the closet. So she also brings up how she doesn't know how her mom or the Haitian community, who is very homophobic, will react to the news as well. And I was like, well, we already know how the mama gonna feel because she still wants you to be with that cheater, that lie and that cheat. So we already know the mama gonna be against it. Now, I don't know much about the Haitian culture and about homophobia or anything like that. Anybody that is a part of the Haitian culture, let me know. Is that true, what she's saying? Let's talk about it. So I just to go back to Flo before I continue on, I just feel like Flo needs to just work on Flo because she ain't been flowing, honey. It has been stopped up, okay? There is blockage, all right? And that lady just needs to get her life in order because it's just ghetto over there. It is the slums. Like, her life is a mess. Then we see Trina's ex-fiancé Raymond meet up with Trina's brother Snoop and Trick Daddy at the boxing ring. And he says that when Trina's niece passed away, she wanted to basically be by herself. Like, she basically just pushed him away. And there was really nothing that he could do. So Trick Daddy is telling him, look, don't waste your time. Like, that lady don't want to be with you. I know what it is. Don't let this man, her brother, hype you up to still try to work this out with that lady. She don't want you no more. Move on. So Snoop wants to know Raymond's side of the story. And Raymond was like, imagine going 7 days and not saying nothing to the person right next to you. And he was like, dang. So the brother was like, are you going to fight for her still though? Like, cause I know you still love her. And Raymond says that he loves her and does still want to be with her, but doesn't know if she wants to be with him. And this is the first time I ever got a chance to like look at him, because he's such a little tiny little figurine. He just a little woulda. He's a nice looking guy. He just so little and frail. He look like a kid still, but he's not ugly at all. Like, he's very handsome in the face. He just so little, like, oh, meow. Like, I don't know what to do with him. And I knew, like, that girl don't want to be with you no more. She don't. She was going through something at the time when y'all was together. Like, no, Trina need a man. A man, and not to say he's not one, but he just give little boy vibes for some reason. Princess arrives in Miami and Ray J surprises her with a bunch of roses and food, and he shuts down this place for them. And this fool gets up on the little stage, because it was like at a little club or something like that he had shut down. And Ray J decides to say a poem to Princess that says, and I quote, "If love is a crime, then F it, I'll pay the fine. I can't get you off my mind. I just need all your MFing time." And Princess just laughing, because there's really nothing else that you can do but laugh, because Ray J is just an idiot. So he suggests they play a game of poker, and whoever wins will decide their fate. Will they stay in Vegas or will they go back to Miami? Princess ends up winning and says that the only reason why she started playing poker in the first place is because she was lonely and she wanted that attention from him. And so when she wasn't getting it, she found something to occupy her time. And, she's crying, snot coming out her nose. And I was like, oh, so this is very much real. Oh, okay. And he apologizes and, promises that he's going to spend more time with her. And right now, from what I've been seeing on social media, it seems like they're in a really good place. They just celebrated her birthday. She seemed to be in good spirits. They seem to be in good spirits. So, child, as long as they can stay in this place, we all will be happy, because we so sick of them going back and forth, child. So the plan is for them to come to Miami, of course. Vonshae at the crib. She's upset again and says that their GoFundMe was intended for friends and family, but trolls are now accusing them of being scammers because of their lifestyle. And she said that, when people found out about their daughter, everybody was like, okay, how can we contribute? And that's why they made the GoFundMe public. But she said that this ain't got nothing to do with her, this, that, and the third. But people are like attacking her in her DMs and in the comments section saying she should unalive herself. She should be unalive. And like all this crazy stuff that people be saying, not really knowing what the real true tea is. And she was like, we've been living like this. The GoFundMe had nothing to do with the way that we were living. The GoFundMe was for family and friends, to help out with any extra costs that we had, with our daughter's bills. Do I think that they were on some scammer stuff? Maybe not her, but it just did not look right when Gunplay bought that iced out chain for Rick Ross' birthday. Because, like, if you got money for chains, then you should have money for your hospital bills. I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's things that are more important. If you can just throw away money on a chain, then why do you need to GoFundMe for family and friends? Like, just make it make sense. That's all I'm saying. So, she tries to show him the stuff that people have been saying on social media. He was like, I don't want to see that. Like, I already know what it is. It's a part of the game. And she was like, well, I'm not a public figure. I didn't ask for this. And I was like, well, girl, you dating a public figure. You're on a reality show filming. So now you are a public figure. So make it make sense. If you didn't want to be in the public eye, your page would have been private and you would not be on this reality show. So Vonshae, although I understand your sentiments, what you're saying does not make sense, my love. So she goes off about it because she says that it could affect her career because, she's trying to be a federal agent. And she's stressed out because his beef with DJ Envy is affecting her as well because people are attacking her for that. And he tries to get her to understand that he's changed, and if he handled it the way that he used to would have handled it, it'll be all bad. He'll be in jail somewhere. And I get what he's saying. Like, what more do you want me to do? I done went off on the dude. Like I can't make people not say nothing. So you just gonna have to, get a thicker skin when it comes to this. Like, cause I didn't start this. I didn't do anything. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, child, but this is what comes along when you date a man named Gunplay, girl. So I don't know what to tell you. So it's Magic Monday, and Flo is there, and she's thanking Trina for collaborating with her on her song. Mind you, Joy sitting right there, ain't said a word to this girl about how her and her current husband are talking, flirting, whatever. So Snoop end up asking Flo where her husband is. And I was like, child, we don't need no more complications with this love triangle. Because if y'all add Trina brother in here trying to holler at Flo, I'm going to actually be on the flow. Because that's just too much. You have Marlon and Joy talking. Marlo used to had sex with your sister. Then you overheard dating your partner, your homegirl. And if Snoop, Trina's brother, try to talk to you, then you talking to, girl, it's just too much. This is why I keep my legs and my mouth shut, because everybody doing something with everybody, and that's how stuff get passed around. So she was like, where my husband at? You mean my ex-husband? Like, the fuck? So Raymond ends up popping up on Trina in the club to win her back. He brings her some really pretty flowers and everything and asks her, can they talk outside? And as soon as he asked her, can they talk outside, she said, and that's when I knew, yeah, it's a wrap. She do not want you, child. No. Even when she called him over, she was like, oh, Raymond, come here. Thanks for the flowers. Come here. She was like talking to him like he was a little kid, like somebody auntie. So they go outside, and he asks her, does she still love him? And she says that she's doing her, and she done with the back and forth with helping people and not helping herself. And Trina don't know how to talk to people sometimes. Like, she was sitting there like kind of like snapping on him and going off, and it was like, girl, all you had to do was say, I'm just not in that space anymore, like all that snapping. Like, I feel like Trina's going through something, obviously, with the, passing of her niece. I really feel like that's affected her in ways that she doesn't even fully comprehend or understand. And I think that she needs to go to anger management. I think she needs to go to therapy, because she's like a ticking time bomb. And I don't think she realizes how she was coming off at the time. Hopefully watching this back will make her see that this is a bad season for her. Like, she's not coming off looking good at all. So he just leaves at that point. And I was quite shocked that he was even on this season, and they was giving him a confessional. Like, what? Why is he still here? But anyhow, so Flo is doing an interview, and she sees Marlon comes in with some flowers. And in her confessional, she was like, I don't know why this man here bringing me flowers when I told him I don't want them cheap flowers. And so she thinking that he coming towards her, when in all actuality, he was walking towards Joy and gives Joy the flowers. And Flo's mouth drops, because she like, first of all, it was a bruise to her ego. Secondly, it's like, you talking to somebody else, and that somebody else is Trina, the girl I just collaborated with. Cousin? Oh, hell no. So she walks over there, takes the roses out of Joy's hand, and was like, you coming in here trying to embarrass me? And she hit him upside the head with the flowers. And Trina was like, F out of here with all that or whatever. Now, I don't know if she meant that in an attitude way, or she was talking to Marlon. I don't know. But Joy in her confession was like, I'm not sure what Marlon and Flo has going on, but I don't want to be used as bait to get this girl mad. Joy, you too old to be acting so dang on dumb and trying to act like you so gullible. Like, you shouldn't have involved yourself in that in the first place. And Bobby tried to tell you, because it would have been one thing if she would have took them dang on flowers out your hand and slapped you with them. So Flo ends up leaving the club saying she done with Marlon and she can't believe he was trying to embarrass her like that in front of everybody. And he followed her outside the club and was like, why does it matter what I do? Like, why you mad? Like, you moved on, I moved on. Like, you ain't got no say so of what I do in my life. And that is true. Can't have your cake and eat it too. And you can't get mad when he's moving on. I mean, he been moved on. He been seeing other people. So this shouldn't even be a surprise to you at this point. But, child, that's the end of the episode. Overall, I'm going to give this week's rating for Love and Hip Hop Miami a B+. It was good. It was very entertaining. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about it down below in the comment section. Make sure you tune in this Saturday at 6 p.m. Central Time for my first nostalgic tea story video in quite some time, titled The Mind Games Denzel Washington Played with Columbus Short. I'm telling y'all, this is some juicy hot tea. Juicy, okay? You do not want to miss it. I want to at least get 10,000 views on this video. Please make it happen. Please make it happen, you guys. Come through for me with this video. Please come through. Exceed my expectations. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.